Let me ask you something. If your money is so safe, why does it buy less every year? If the system is so strong, why are central banks buying gold at the fastest pace in history? And if silver is just an industrial metal, why did it rise 148% in a single year? This isn't hype. This isn't a prediction. This is a signal, and history tells us that signals like this never appear alone. They appear before something breaks. In 2025, silver didn't just go up. It exploded from under $29 an ounce to above $86 before pulling back to the low 70s. That's not normal. That's not healthy. And that's not speculation. That's stress. Markets don't panic without a reason. And silver has a habit of rising only when confidence starts cracking. Most people think silver moves because of supply and demand. That's what textbooks say. But history tells a very different story. Silver doesn't move when economies are strong. It moves when trust is weak. It rises when people stop asking, "How much can I make?" and start asking, "Will my money still mean something?" Gold had one of its best years in 4 decades, up 65%, reaching over $4,300 an ounce. That alone should make investors pause. But silver didn't just follow gold. It destroyed it. Silver outperformed gold by more than 2 to 1. That tells us something critical. Gold rises when fear appears. Silver rises when fear spreads. Let's rewind. Late 1970s America. Inflation was eating paychecks alive. Oil shocks, wars, exploding government spending. The dollar was losing credibility. And silver went from $6 to $50 in less than 2 years. Not because people suddenly loved metal, but because they stopped trusting paper. Silver doesn't rise because people are greedy. It rises because leverage breaks, when liquidity tightens, when margin requirements rise, when debt becomes dangerous. Markets don't care about your thesis. They demand cash, and silver exposes that weakness faster than almost anything else. From 1933 to 1971, money was anchored. The dollar was tied to gold. Then one night, the anchor was cut. Since 1971, money has been based on confidence, not convertibility. Silver never forgot that. Every time confidence weakens, silver remembers what it really is. Real money. In 2008, the system nearly collapsed. What saved it? Printing. Trillions created from nothing. Silver fell briefly, then rose over 500%. Because printing doesn't fix debt. It hides it. Today, national debt above $34 trillion. Annual deficits near $2 trillion. Interest costs exceeding $800 billion a year. That's not sustainable. That's mathematical reality. And math doesn't care about politics. Institutional money doesn't panic all at once. It tests. Gold is crowded. Silver is small. So when institutions move 1% of capital into silver, prices explode. Small markets magnify big fear. Most people don't own silver. They rent exposure, futures, ETFs, derivatives. When volatility hits, margin calls force selling. Even people who are right lose because leverage doesn't forgive timing errors. The risk isn't silver falling. The risk is needing liquidity when everyone else does. That's when assets transfer from the leveraged, the impatient, the emotional, to the prepared, the patient, the conservative. 2 neighbors, same income, same dreams. One buys silver. One trusts the system. Inflation does the rest. One preserves purchasing power. One watches it evaporate. The difference? One thought inside the system. The other thought about the system. Inflation isn't rising prices. It's rising money supply. If money doubles, your savings by half. Silver doesn't protect returns. It protects reality. Gold at $4,300 isn't accessible. Silver still is. You can build it gradually. You don't need perfect timing. You need discipline. Historically, 5 or 10% during uncertainty. 15-20% during systemic stress. Not to get rich. To stay whole, each has trade-offs. Physical protection. ETFs, liquidity. Miners, leverage. Balance matters. Silver will scare you. It will test you. That's the cost of insurance. If volatility makes you panic, you bought it for the wrong reason. At 59.1, history suggests imbalance. Not certainty. Potential. Know when you'd reduce exposure. Before emotions decide for you. Money systems based on confidence always end the same way. Not suddenly. Then suddenly, silver doesn't predict collapse. It responds to it. Silver isn't about fear. It's about preparation. Choices made in calm are always better than choices made in crisis. The storm isn't here yet, but it's visible. And history has already shown us the pattern. This isn't financial advice. This is historical awareness. And awareness has always been the real wealth code.